Well, good morning. It's good to be here once again through the holidays. And we know a lot of you are still in bed.
Yeah.
You know, just savoring the free day that you have from work today. But yeah, it's good.
Yeah, they're making good use of the long weekend. That's what they're doing. And hopefully you've had an interesting Salah period to remember.
Yeah. Looks like Mary had a lot more ram meat.
Okay.
See, we are tired of the meat.
Can you see that?
Please, nobody should invite me again. I'm fed up. I feel like I've eaten enough meat to last me the rest of this year.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for
You know, you have families, you know,
my gosh.
uncles and...
When I got home yesterday, a pot of meat. My sister came, had to pack. Everybody was packing and I was just like, what's going on here? And immediately I just got turned off the meat.
Okay, so you know what? All these things you're saying, that pot
all roads lead to Mary's house
They
today.
could have followed you here, but for some reason, you didn't think of us, your extended family. Us,
I thought you
Wake Up
guys would
Nigeria.
have been sorted now. There are different places to have it.
Whatever.
Anyways,
Ignore her.
Yeah. We have another beautiful episode for you today. Now, my name is Yomi Hirope.
And I'm Titi Layo. So we're live streaming at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook Live at TVC Connect. Please send in those comments on all our social media pages. Use our hashtag, very special, unique hashtag, I have to say. Wake Up Nigeria on TVC.
Yeah, and you know, of course, that we have, I'd like to give you exciting things. So don't forget, that hashtag is important.
Yes,
and
indeed.
of course, the hashtag of the moment also is the Hobbs and Shaw the movie.
Yes,
right?
indeed.
So what's the hashtag exactly?
Yeah, so Hobbs and Shaw the movie.
Hobbs and Shaw the movie.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Okay.
So courtesy of Pepsi, we'll be giving out tickets on Friday. Yes, indeed. So hey, all you have to do is quote your favorite line from your favorite movie.
Let me just give you one.
What?
I'm the Black Superman. That's the one right there. That's the one that you should put out there. But you know.
Yeah, well.
So for those of you who woke up early at 6 a.m., yeah, so you can use that one. But for the guys that are coming on later, you know.
Just so you know, the post that has the highest number of likes will be getting those tickets on Friday. Remember to use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC and the hashtag Pepsi and hashtag Hobbs and Shaw the movie.
Yeah, so hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC, hashtag Hobbs and Shaw the movie, hashtag Pepsi.
Yes, indeed.
Very important.
It's that simple. Of course, we also have an app available for download for both Android and iOS Play Store. You know what? Just download the app so that all these other information, you won't miss anything, no matter where you are in the world.
Yeah, so it's the festive season. Now, Steam Life is a rapper, singer, and songwriter. That is our first performance for you this morning.
On DIY this morning, we'll be focusing on the newest gele tying styles that are out there. Regina of Radiance Makeovers will be showing us just how to do that.
Regina.
Yeah.
She's also one of our people here at TVC. Now, whatever the health situation was, it is a relief to know that True Baba has been given a clean bill of health. Now, details and much more on this during the entertainment news segment of the show.
And pounded yam is one of the most popular delicacies out of the southwest of Nigeria. Now, we have a package for you on pounded yam coming up very soon.
Iyan.
Yes.
That's what it's called. Now, Modukpe Enyila is a beauty consultant, a mom blogger, and co-founder of Mom Zone. She will be joining us on parenting to talk about how to help a late bloomer or a late talker. You know, kids have their ways.
Yeah.
I'm very interested.
Then another musical performance for you, and of course a chat. We'll be joined by multi-instrumentalist and alternative soul and Afro singer Falano.
Yeah, a Falana music.
That pounded yam stuff.
I was
got
actually
me.
gonna
You are
go
going to
there.
talk about pounded
Yeah.
yam. Like, see, when I was growing up, pounding yam was not part of our routine.
No.
I could not relate. We would have parties, invite what we call Olopo, the caterers, to come do the pounding. But then we are like, pounding yam. But something happened incidentally yesterday. For the first time ever in my life, I made pounding yam.
Poundo.
Yes.
I thought you were going to say
Please, can we
something
go to
else.
the news? I thought she was going
really
to
sad.
I thought she was going to say that she used her hands to pound yam.
That's, what do they call the mortar and pestle in Yoruba? I can't remember what they call it anymore. I'm sorry.
Odo.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I'm
This
sorry.
titty
I'm
self.
sorry. I'm just, hey. We'll be
Anyway.
talking about that later.
Use your me. I know
My
you're missed to
experience
take the
with
news.
that particular Yoruba apparatus.
Yeah.
Said apparatus.
All right, we do have to take the news now. And the Chief of Air Staff sent a representative to fly to Maiduguri to celebrate with servicemen and women deployed to the northeast. It was a pleasant time for the officers who have ensured that Boko Haram and ISWAP are contained and they wined and dined with loved ones. There were also cultural dances and no sounds of guns and fighter aircraft. Now, some residents of the Federal Capital Territory are demanding more work is done to achieve an inclusive quality education system and promote lifelong learning for all. This is in line with Goal 4 of the Sustainable Development Goals. They spoke on the sidelines of the Eid el-Kabir, and correspondent Joke Adisa reports.
Celebration continues to the second day among these Nigerians who have come from far and near to relax and while away time.
It is the day after Muslims in Nigeria joined their counterparts across the world to celebrate this year's Eid el-Kabir. Here in Abuja, some residents found pleasure at relaxation spots to continue with the celebration.
This group is one of the colours here. It aims to sensitize the youth on the need for the attainment of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals set by the United Nations General Assembly by the year 2030. The group is particularly focused on Goal 4, the thrust of the commemoration of this year's International Day for the Youth. It believes the authorities and the citizens have supporting roles to play to realize these goals.
For years, we've been shouting the government, and we forget that everybody plays important roles. The SDG story basically wants to make sure that we let everybody understand how they are related to the goals.
SDG 4 aims to provide equal access to affordable vocational training and to eliminate gender and wealth disparities with the aim of achieving universal access to a quality higher education.
We are providing platforms through which young people can share their strong and amazing stories, strengthen their capacity.
This is an opportunity where young people come together in the similarity of our strength to share our SDG stories and to share our efforts towards the attainment of the Agenda 2030.
To fund seekers here, annexing the energy and talents of the youth for national development is central to achieving peace and a violent and crime-free society.
I advise them to be a good youth. Be a youth is not a crime.
Government need to do a lot for youth, to be engaged and make sense of their lives.
And on the first of a two-day public holiday declared by the federal government, which coincides with the commemoration of this year's International Day for the Youth, the admonition is that Nigerian youths should eschew violence, promote peace, and offer selfless service to the nation. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.
Now, our next story contains flash photography. The 9th Ondo State Media Awards has ended in Akure, the state capital, with TVC correspondent Ayodeji Morade winning the Best Television Reporter of the Year in the Electronic Media category. At the event, which was attended by prominent people from the state, Permanent Secretary Bumi Enyanwu and the State Commissioner for Budget and Planning, Emmanuel Igbasan, were some of the award recipients.
It is the 9th Ondo State Media Award organized by the Impact Media Group. Seated in this hall are media experts, politicians, technocrats, and top government functionaries. The event was laced with speeches from the organizers and goodwill messages.
Because of the thorough screening process of the winners, the award is living up to its billing of promoting fair competition, for service delivery at all levels of our society.
In the media category, TVC News correspondent Ayodiji Moradeyo went home with the Ondo State Journalist of the Year award in the electronic media category. According to the organizers, the award was given to him because of his consistency over the years.
TVC, as a station, is doing well in terms of breaking news and other activities. And in Ondo State, Ayo Moradeyo stands out. His report is not as as common as what you watch on other stations. He's so passionate about this job.
The highly elated Moradeyo speaks on winning.
People are watching you, and if they are watching you, they are studying what you are doing. And I want to thank the organizers of this award for deeming it fit to reward and to give this award to me. It will only spur me to do more. I want to thank my bosses in Lagos, Mr. Stella Dean, Mr. Utitoju, and others, Mr. Sukwa, and my beautiful wife who has been supportive.
For the other award recipients, the honor will spur them to do more for the society.
Using this opportunity to appeal to everyone here that we should try to embrace these papers. What they are doing today, this award, does not fall short of an award that is coming from the United Nations.
About 8 personalities from different walks of life received different awards at the event.
Well, that's it for the news update for this hour. We'll take the weather update now, and after that, a quick break. Thanks, Mary. It was a very nice report there on Sam Okaraji, who's been remembered, this week. Anyway, so we are looking at the newspaper headlines this morning, starting with The Punch that you have with you. The
Punch has an interesting headline. It says here, policemen killing. DHQ orders Taraba Battalion to produce kidnapper, Wadume. It says, killer soldiers move to Abuja. Army grills commander. It also says controversy surrounds celebrated Nigerian Physicists World Award. Stakeholders fault 9% interest on palm oil loans. Right at the top here, it says funding law-breaking may worsen flood disasters. And that's according to the agencies in charge. Federal government blames labor for minimum wage payment delay. 9 Nigerian pilgrims die in Saudi Arabia. And El Zakzaki rejects government jets, takes Emirates to India. Interesting. Then the photo story here, a lot of picnickers at, this is the high impact amusement park here in Ibafo State here. We also have some other pictures of people that were just having fun over the public holiday. But we also have this story. Buhari Oshomole Tinubu absent from Oyegun 80th birthday. Obaseki pays surprise visits to Oshomole in Edo. And finally, gunmen abduct Chief Imam's son, 2 siblings. That's what we have on the cover of The Punch.
All right, let's check out The Guardian with the headline, Residents Flee Taraba Towns Over Murder of Policemen. Wow. And Kiari's team seizes suspected kidnapped kingpin's property. Wadume was Army's benefactor. Wow. Army accuses police of inciting comments, and PDP governors condemn killings. Want compensation. Buhari not indifferent to incident, says presidency. And then they urge patience over the investigation. Now, on the cover of The Guardian this morning and a number of other newspapers, we have the Shiite leader Ibrahim el-Zakzaki and his wife leaving Nigeria aboard a flight at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja, heading to India for medical treatment. So a number of the papers have that photograph on the cover. A number of other stories here down below. Housewife, bus driver, banker commits suicide in Lagos. Wow. That's a story on page 12 at the Metro. And news on page 5 says, North can't retain power, punish Igbo forever, says Shehu Sani. And flight delays, cancellations cripple local travels amid traffic surge. That's what we have on the cover of The Guardian this Tuesday.
We have, apologies, the Nation newspaper here. And the major headline is 2023, El Rufai under fire over call to end zoning. PDP plots North-South contest. And there's a picture in the bottom right here, and it says, unmasking kidnap kingpin Wadume. I've read a bit through there, and apparently it's not actually his name. His name is actually Hamisu Bala, and it's why do you mean that turned to Wadume. It's a very unassuming picture of a kidnapped kingpin who's also considered a philanthropist. So right at the top here, we have EFCC traces cash to Kwara ex-governor's wife. On COSA, PFN panel to release report this week. And finally, suspected herdsmen attack ex-teenage governor's father. Meanwhile, Shiite leader security operatives escort el-Zakzaki to India. That's what we have on the cover of The Nation.
Yeah, well, that's about all that we can take on the newspaper headlines for this hour. Hopefully, we'll bring you some more at the 7 o'clock hour as well.
It's a fantastic time to be alive and a great time to drive too. It's time for the Lagos traffic updates on Wake Up Nigeria. And today, I dare say we ought not give you any traffic updates. Apparently, many Lagosians are choosing to enjoy the holiday. However, if this is your first time watching this, please note that you can always be a part of this segment. All you have to do is send a message on Instagram, on Facebook, or even Twitter to let us know what your traffic situation is. If you're not behind the wheels, we would very much like a traffic selfie from you as well, because we don't want you, driving and taking selfies now. We don't want that. So let's take a look at what the traffic situation is. If you're heading to the island, though I don't think anybody's killing around today, but just in case, from Owerun Shoki to Obalende is free. Like, this is the kind of day you see guys playing football on the 3rd Mainland Bridge because it really is that free. Like, I'm telling you, there is absolutely no traffic, not even light traffic on the 3rd Mainland Bridge as I speak. It is free. Can every day be like this? And it goes all the way till you get to Obalende through the St. Gregory's College area. It's amazing. The traffic really is good today. But there's an area I'm very worried about. It's an area that even if the world is coming to an end, there will be traffic in that area. I'm talking about the Ile-Epo axis heading to Oshodi Bridge. Okay, so let's take a look at that area. Let's see whether it mirrors what we've just experienced at this other side. Okay, so what I see here looks like the world isn't coming to an end, but miracles are happening this morning because Ile-Epo to Oshodi is also free. I mean, there is no traffic. This is amazing because Lagosians, I don't think we've ever heard the word rest to understand it. I guess we just know, okay, there's a word rest that exists. Okay, fine, it exists. But it's good. I'm actually very happy to know that so many people are choosing to take some time off to really cool off this morning. Either that or they're having hangovers, but that's okay. It's really good. This is amazing. I didn't expect to see the Ileko access to Oshodi free this morning. I honestly did not expect that. So it's a good one. It's a really good one. Let's take a look at Iyanoba heading to Oshodi this morning. Okay, so guys, I'm coming to join you in the coffee this morning. I don't think there's anything to report. I feel like, why am I doing this today? The traffic, there's no traffic. So guys, wherever you're in Lagos, this is the best time to drive around Lagos. And please, if this is the first time someone is coming to Lagos, don't let them go out till evening. Because they'll think that's how the traffic situation is around here.
I just wanted to give a quick update. Where you know the areas where sometimes no matter what there'll still be a little bit of traffic. So Songho, so at the toll gate there's traffic. It's not too bad, but it's not great. So yeah, so you're going to spend some 20 minutes at the toll gate, and then it frees up a little bit, and up the road, it's kind of free until you get to, there's a major bus stop here. Let me just look at until you get to Mosalasi bus stop, so it's busy there as well. But after that, it's free.
All right.
It's all good.
So I feel like you guys wanted to get rid of me in the kitchen is why you asked me to go do the traffic updates.
Why?
Like, I should have taken a good look at everywhere and just said, hi, you're welcome to Lagos traffic updates. No traffic updates. They just come for coffee.
Should I send you out there?
So it's so interesting. So I wanted to talk about human traffic now.
Oh, okay.
Not human trafficking, human traffic. So there was this video I saw from the Washington Post yesterday of the protest that happened in Hong Kong.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Was it 24 hours ago? And this scared me because it was inside the departure terminal of the Hong Kong airport, one of the airports in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And I was just seeing a mass of people in the departure area. And apparently it stopped so many flights from taking off.
Yeah.
And that's a very high pressure airport. That place, as in Hong Kong, is like a junction that goes to almost every country in the entire world.
Exactly.
You know, and they're just people sitting down.
Yeah,
in
so
protest
so what I just
on the floor.
From the news, they were saying that over 100 flights were cancelled because of the disruption. I mean, people couldn't check in, so you couldn't even. There were a lot of travelers who couldn't even enter the airport because of the volume of protesters that were there. And of course, you know, this protest has been on for over a month, about 6 weeks now, and it's been for many reasons. So first, it was. The law, there was an extradition law that China wanted to put in place in Hong Kong so that they could extradite people to be prosecuted in China. So they protested that one. Yeah. And the Prime Minister came and said, okay, we no longer want to do the law, but it was already too late. So now they're insisting that she should resign.
She should just step down.
And she's refusing. She says she's not going to step down.
Just because of extradition?
No, well, I think there was a little bit more to it.
They feel that she's a stooge of the Chinese
government. You know something about those areas is
my gosh.
when people have strong belief in something, they will fight for it
to the last.
However, what interested me was the whole people being stranded. Yeah. So there have been issues of impending strike in the UK for a very long time now. It's been going on for quite a while.
It's the Brexit thing, yeah?
No. This is actually the aviation sector.
Oh, okay.
And last week, something really strange happened. There was actually power outage in the UK such that airports, trams, and the trains were grounded for some minutes.
But that's a big deal.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
It was enough to delay flights. It was enough to cause plenty of confusion.
So the way they work there is they are so structured that you can actually say that if you leave your house at this time, it's going to take you 3 minutes to walk to the station and you're going to meet so train at so time and you're going to get on that flight. You know, so just even 3 minutes delay is a major issue. It's huge deal there. You know, for us, really 3 minutes is like,
calm down, I'm almost here.
You know, one of the things that I heard some years ago was that Britain itself doesn't have any natural resources. and that what they have used in colonizing the world is time management. So being able to manage their time and being able to do being productive with their time. So it's that productivity that they don't allow to shake in any way.
Yes,
Because if
they actually guard it jealously.
Exactly. So every single minute counts in a place like London.
And
other
imagine how
places.
powerful they are. And they don't really produce that much. I think they
don't produce anything.
They have wool. I think they have sheep's wool.
Yeah, they have sheep's wool.
Potatoes and things like that. Very, very minimal things. And then I think apples. Those kind of
English
But those are not natural resources.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about
Exactly.
farming. I'm talking about farming now.
Yeah. So farming,
They are
of
great
course,
farmers,
the export products, cash crops and things like that they can sell on the international in the international market. But
no stones, no gold,
exactly.
no oil, no.
So what they've done, so the financial sector, for instance, London is the financial nerve center of Europe.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So anything you want to do has to go through London. So they've done that. So imagine if you were able to make Lagos the financial nerve center of
West Africa.
Of Africa.
Of Africa.
So that means that banking transactions have to go through Lagos, and then for every transaction that goes, maybe we get 100 naira.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money, That's a lot. And that's one of the things Switzerland helped develop. Okay, so I was actually going to mention something. Today is International Left-Handers Day.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
And I just want to give a shout out to everyone who uses their left hands, including my younger sister.
Okay.
I've always been amazed.
Yeah.
So I know somebody, Adeleke Adeiga, who uses both hands. Apparently, he was born left-handed.
And then they forced
And
him.
then his mom and his teacher were on his head, or on his neck, like, guy, you don't use your left. Only evil people use your left. So he was forced to start using the right. And if you see his handwriting, it's like he types.
Wow. Wow.
Neat, as in it's very precise.
So I heard that it's actually something to do with the way the brain develops.
That kind of
as a
person already
child.
uses both
And
sides
some
of the
things
brain.
that are supposed to be on one side of the brain that have to do with writing and craft and doing things with your hands is actually on the other side. So it's like a mirror.
So it's if you're lefty, it means that your right. The right side of your brain is stronger and then controls.
So it's actually not really the person's fault. It's just how the brain has been developed. And really that whole, I don't know, that myth thing, I actually think that a lot of the people who are left-handed had to develop that more aggressive streak because of the pressure that they were under.
It's not just the pressure.
Things have changed a little bit.
Yeah,
okay, so normally you use your right hand. So you want to give
Yeah.
someone something, and you're just like this. But because you use your left hand, this is the hand you use for everything. You do this, and you give them, and they're like,
Yeah.
And then you're like, this is the hand I use.
Yeah.
So it just develops a lot of anger in people.
My daughter is left-handed, right?
Oh, nice.
And do you know one of the things I discovered first about her? Because you know how they say, left-handed people are smart in some areas and all of that? She actually is really good in math. Now, I don't know if that's scientifically proven, but if you ask her like a question, she's very good in mental math. Yeah. So she can do like mental calculations.
She just sits and just.
And I think that applies to all left-handed people. There's a special skill. It's almost like autism.
And she's 6 years old.
Apologies, no insult here, but
my daughter
really they have special skills. I'm not talking to you alone. Don't have a younger sister I'm going home to.
I'm just saying.
But I'm just saying, like I'm not saying that right-handed people are dumb, but left-handed people are. I don't know. They just have this a much higher kind of.
She's good with mental math. So
smartness.
if you say, like, if you read a textbook question to her, she can mentally tell you the answer.
Good.
So she'll just do this.
I'm going to have to Google it,
Yeah.
but there was a list of very influential, important people who are left-handed. I'll
Let me
find
just
it.
mention the one for
I'll find
Nigeria.
it.
We have our former governor, Babatunde Fashola.
Okay.
Yeah, he was left-handed.
Yeah.
He is left-handed because he's not dead.
and leadership as well, because, for instance, Barack Obama is left-handed.
Yeah.
Left-handed as well.
There's a list. There's a whole list, and it'll amaze you. Maybe when we talk after,
on the couch,
we'll bring it out.
I think it's time for us to take a break.
Yeah,
Yes,
we need to take a
indeed.
break.
All left-handed people out there.
So I'm using my left hand to wave.
Hey.
Yay!
See you shortly. Anyway, it's Wake Up Nigeria. You know how we do it. Music is one of the biggest things that we do on the show, and we have something really, really special for you coming up right now. My man, Steam Life, is right here with us, and he's going to be doing a special song right now. You know, this guy, born in Ibadan, then moved to Kwara State, and then now he's in Lagos and he's been doing music for about 5 years. And of course, his real name is Abolaji Wadri, and he's a Quadri, and he is a rapper, singer, and a songwriter. He's also a student of the National Open University of Nigeria and works part-time as well, but he does music and he loves it. And you're going to be doing something for us today called Lori Street Me. Yes. So tell us about that song.
This song is inspired by the happenings in the streets.
Yeah.
Because I lived in Ajegunle, Apapa side.
Okay, can you, okay.
Okay, so I lived in Ajegunle,
yeah,
Apapa side for about, let's say, a year.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw things happening there.
On the street, man.
Yes,
yeah, you know how it is.
And
yeah.
now I'm in my 12. And the way they do their thing there too is, you know,
is a bit different.
I just think, okay, let me just do something for the streets.
Something for the streets.
Yes.
And are you ready for us now?
Yes.
All right, so let's do it. Steam Life, ladies and gentlemen.
Keys to para, message from the Lord, but it's people they call if you want it, you go get it. Nobody got you, nobody know.
Time check, 7 a.m. Good morning to you. Welcome back to Wake Up Nigeria. 1 hour has gone by already. If you're on holiday, you're probably just waking up. But we gave some expo to people who woke up earlier
yes, so
than you did.
Serious expo.
Yeah.
And as usual, it's an experience like no other, this particular show. So we are glad that you could tune in.
Yes, indeed. Now, of course, there's going to be a lot that's going to be coming over the next 2 hours. And we hope that you're going to be a part of us.
Yes.
This is the end of your very long weekend, ladies and gentlemen. So make the best of today. My name is Yomi Ope.
Yes, indeed. My name is Titilayo Oyinson. You can always catch up with us on your way out. Maybe if you're preparing breakfast or something like that, stream with us. Stream live on tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook Live. Please look us up at TVC Connect. We love those comments. We love those birthday shout outs. We love what you talk about online. Use our hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC.
Yeah, you should really also get on our social media pages because we have movie tickets that we're going to be giving away this Friday for you to go and see the movie Hobbs and Shaw.
Yes, indeed. Now, all you have to do is quote your favorite scene from your favorite movie. And of course, send it to our social media pages. That hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC is important, but other hashtags are involved as well. So the hashtag Pepsi Nigeria and the hashtag Hobbs and Shaw the movie.
Yeah.
So that's Wake Up Nigeria on TVC, Hobbs and Shaw the movie, and then Pepsi Nigeria.
I think the question was take a line, take a quote or a line from the movie, something to do with Superman. Yeah.
Really? Your favorite line from the movie doesn't have to be about Black Superman. Come on now.
Well, I didn't say Black Superman.
You did the first time.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Okay. Anyway, so so your favorite quote from the movie or a quote from the movie, use that and then use the hashtag Pepsi, hashtag Hobbs and Shaw the movie, and then hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC.
We have an app that you need to download right now to get all this kind of information up to date, live and fresh. Use it. Download from Android and iOS stores as soon as you can and watch us from anywhere in the world.
Yeah, of course, as always, something special is going to be happening in the kitchen. And guess who's back with us? Chef Nathaniel with Mary.
Yes, sir. Chef Nathaniel of Natido Cuisine is here, looking like he's about to kill Ram. Kilon Shele.
We are just celebrating the festival.
You're celebrating the festival. You're looking more celebratory than the people celebrating.
We just have to, it's not just by eating people's meat. You need to dress like them.
You need to dress, embrace them.
Embrace the culture
Well
and
done.
everything.
All I can say is this morning, I don't know why, but I'm particularly famished. So you guys should just watch while I have breakfast.
Yeah, stay tuned.
I woke up hungry.
You woke
today.
up hungry.
I woke up hungry.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. We have to go to this morning's highlights. DIY this morning will be showing the ladies how to achieve the gele tying, currently trending. Regina of Radiance Makeovers will be joining us shortly for that.
Yes, so, and then is on to updates when it comes to celebrities in entertainment news. We're giving you updates on Tubaba and much more.
Now, are you a fan of pounded yam? Stick around for this story. We have one of the most popular delicacies from the southwest of Nigeria, but eaten, of course, around West Africa, not just Nigeria alone. Yeah, so we're going to be checking that out very shortly.
And on parenting this week, we have a mom blogger and founder of iMomZone. And she's going to be talking about how to help a late bloomer or late talker. You know, a lot of kids are late bloomers, and it makes kids, parents a little bit anxious, but not to worry, we have some help.
And joining us for a performance and a chat is multi-instrumentalist and alternative soul and Afrobeat singer. Yeah, her name
is
Falana.
Yeah, so I went...
Has a smooth flow, that lady.
Yes, very lovely. I went to Googling for the most famous left-handed people. And it's amazing. So I have here Leonardo da Vinci.
Bill Gates.
Michelangelo. Bill Gates is on that list as well. Guess who else is on that list? Pierce Brosnan, Tom Cruise, Robert De Niro, Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, my daughter's there somewhere.
Somewhere, I mean.
Yeah,
Whoopi Goldberg, Angelina Jolie.
She's a child genius.
Julia Roberts, imagine. Sylvester Stallone. Okay, so let's go to politics now. Obviously, we mentioned Barack Obama.
Yeah.
But Winston Churchill was also left-handed.
Wow.
Imagine that. Wow. So when you think about it, some very influential people have been left-handed. Alexander the Great, Albert Einstein was left-handed.
What?
So I just need to get a medical doctor that can help change me from right to left-handed.
Well, Steve Jobs as well. Hey, so
Steve Jobs and Bill Gates.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that settles it.
Yeah.
That left-handed people are really smart. Anyway.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Yes, and we are making fantastic breakfast today. Yes, so Chef Nathaniel of Natido Cuisine preparing breakfast. What are we having today?
So today we are having a very simple breakfast.
Okay.
I call it Dodo finger licking breakfast.
Huh? Dodo finger licking breakfast.
Yeah. So it's just like finger food.
Okay.
But it's basically made with dodo and chicken.
Dodo finger licking breakfast. Yeah. I like the sound of that. So let's talk about the ingredients. So what are we making use of?
We are making use of plantain, chicken.
Okay.
Bell peppers, onions, garlic. Then we have olive oil, then smoked fish. Then we have spices, salt, black pepper, nutmeg, and rosemary.
Dodo finger licking. Oh, breakfast. That's oil.
Yeah.
That's very hot.
Yes.
So what are we doing with that?
We're starting with the chicken.
Okay. Are you seasoning it?
Yes, we're going to just marinate it a bit.
Okay. So we're making use of the spices, all of them?
Yes. So the black pepper, just a little bit of salt.
Okay.
Nutmeg.
Nutmeg powder.
And rosemary.
Rosemary, okay.
So just spice it. Okay. So the chicken that I'm using is without bone.
Okay, like are you not spicing this as well?
Yeah, I'm going to spice it too. So it's the chest of the chicken, the one that has no bone.
Okay.
So we're just going to add a little more spice.
Okay. Rosemary, it works like magic with chicken.
Yeah, very, 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 very nice. I know all these spices are very, very healthy.
Yes.
Instead of reusing seasoning
cubes.
And it also makes people to live longer. One day on Facebook, I was watching video of all these primitive people that will catch fish by the river and just smoke it, adding garlic and all this, and they quite live healthy. So it's important to use
more of natural spices.
More of natural spices.
But you know, some of the seasoning cubes actually contain.
Yes, some are now
spices,
because I think they didn't know that people need more of this kind of spice.
Okay. Okay.
Just.
So we're putting that to fry.
Yes.
So we're doing proper frying, not
yeah, just proper
searing.
frying.
Proper frying. Okay,
yes.
so it cooks properly.
Yes.
The chicken is raw, by the way, so it's not deboned.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So you still got space there. So what else will we be doing?
So once we are done with this, then we'll now stir fry the bell peppers and the onions.
And the garlic as
Then
well?
once we are done, we'll now fry the plantain.
Okay.
And that will be all.
Oh, the chicken doesn't go into the stir fry?
No, no, no.
Oh, everything is on its own. There's
Yes,
stir fry, there's
yes.
chicken,
Then
and
I'll now ease them up at the end.
Ha, this is real dodo finger licking breakfast though.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
So talking about the left-handed there.
Yeah, I know
I'm actually left-handed.
I know.
So there's a little bit of story because when I was young.
Don't worry, you tell me the story.
Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem.
I'm suspecting it has to do with someone trying to force me to use the right hand. But we will tell you the story. First, this break though. Don't go anywhere.
This is not a regular sound you hear in the kitchen when preparing a basic meal. This can only be heard when preparing pounded yam. Inyo, as it's commonly called in the western part of Nigeria, is made from pounding yam repeatedly with a pestle inside a mortar. It is a traditional meal that is embraced in almost all parts of Nigeria and even in some African countries, and it's mostly prepared for special occasions. Sunday Jenyo resides in Lagos, Nigeria. He is so passionate about pounded yam that he decided to start making pounded yam for commercial purpose.
There was a day I went for events. So I noticed the way they are serving me and the way their pounded yam look like. But when I got there, they served me pounded yam and the vegetable they even serve with it is watery. I can do more that's even more better than what they are serving in this event. So that is when I discovered that let me do this thing.
Before preparing any meal, you should always be cautious about your hygiene.
Why they are on cap, the hand glove, is just because of some people, when they are eating, they will notice that they found something like hair in their food, which is not normal. Those are the things that is the reason why I said, let me go on a cap to do my own in a special way. Some people are using the just normal hand to taste the pounded yam, which is not normal because you don't know where the hand is coming from. That is why we are using the hand glove.
Now let's go through the process of making pounded yam. And did you know that you can also have a blend of yam and cocoyam?
You peel the yam, you wash it like 2 to 3 times. You now pour water inside the pot, you light it. Now pour the yam inside the pot, you now cover it. You now wait for like 30 to 35 minutes to be done. After that, you remove it, transfer it to the mortar, and you now hold the stick. So you now stand up and begin pounding it. If you are using the mortar, so the stick, to put inside the water and pounding it, it makes the pounded yam to be look smoothly and so fresh.
Making pounded yam can be energy draining, especially when made in large quantity, and sometimes requires teamwork. But the end result is always worth every sweat. Yummy. The procedure of pounding the yam itself is very systematic.
I have people working with me as a team so that the business will grow. Because to pound, it is not easy, but to eat, it's very sweet and very easy. I have people that are serving the food, I have people that can pound, I have people that can be in charge of the soup. So I have different type of group.
Using leaves for pounded yam wraps are better than nylon, but the procedure looks a bit complicated. If you're determined to learn though, you might just get it right.
The leaf is also healthy to our body. When you use the leaf to wrap the pounded yam, the taste and the odor will change to make it to last longer for like 24 hours. So it is better than nylon. So that is why we are using the leaf.
Unlike other meals that are preserved in coolers, pounded yam wraps are best preserved in a cane basket or bowl wrapped with a cloth. This sustains it for up to 24 hours.
The bowl will preserve the pounded yam better than cooler. The cooler can make it to spoil.
Now, what soup would you love to have a wrap of pounded yam with? Egusi, vegetable, or turmeric soup? I guess that's new to you, isn't it?
I've called my friends to come and eat and testify and share the word Sunday Jeyon around the world. Both China, India, Korea, Japan, US, London, South Africa, and everywhere in the world. That's me, Sunday Jeyon. I'm ready for them to pounded yam, the real one of Africa.
Guess what? Sunday Jeyon decided to host some people in his neighborhood to have a taste of his pounded yam, and they all enjoyed it. Who knows? It just might be the one to serve you pounded yam at your next party. And if you love eating pounded yam, you might try making some, perhaps just for the fun of it.
So I've just been salivating, like I'm trying to find my voice back. Pounded yam. Oh my gosh. Anyway, it's still Wake Up Nigeria, and it's time for us to give you the entertainment gist, okay? Quite a number of things have been happening in the past few days, and that includes pop music legend Tubaba's reported illness as at last week. Now, social media went wild when it was revealed that he attended an event organized by the Nigerian Stock Exchange as a good cause ambassador, and he was actually coming from the hospital to the event. The hospital, he was critically ill and on medication. But it's a good thing that we can say he's healed and hearty now. Yeah, a close relative revealed that the legend has recovered and has been discharged to go home to his family. So that's a sigh of relief for all who love him. Moving on from there, Kiss Daniel disappointed a lot of his Canadian fans. The Laie crooner refused to go on stage to perform at his concert in Montreal. Kiss has been going about North America for over 2 months now for his NBC concert. His Canadian fans felt really pained by the singer's refusal to perform. Therefore, a lot of people already have negative things to say about the star on social media platforms. Well, talking about the press release, yes, we are waiting for more information on this. However, a representative of his did state that it was something that had to do with fees. Some money was supposed to have been paid, but the money wasn't paid. And because of that, he was waiting in his hotel room. There were counterclaims by his management that apparently he wasn't even at the venue. He was waiting at the hotel room for his payments, because the management team are used to, we'll pay you after the event, we'll pay you on the day of the event, and the money never gets paid. So according to his management, he was in his hotel room and not even at the venue, just waiting for his payments. But Suffice to say, the event was cancelled and it was really sad. People came after Kiss Daniel on social media and it wasn't a fun one at all. I don't know if you caught the story, Yomi, or perhaps Titi, you did?
Briefly, I didn't get that much information. You've given me a lot more information now, but for some, disappointing the fans is a big thing.
Yeah,
no matter what really led to it.
Yeah, well, it's a big deal, but because I've also sort of been in such situations before, that was the best course of action for him, because usually promoters make all these promises, hoping to make the money from ticket sales, and then at the end of the day, I've been in a situation with an artist where the promoter disappeared after the event.
Just disappeared.
And it wasn't in Lagos.
Wow.
So we had to, promoter totally disappeared. We couldn't reach him. He wasn't picking up his phone. And then we had to come back to Lagos without getting paid. So they just make promises, and then at the end of the day, you then find out that they actually didn't have the money to pay you.
So that's where your management team comes in. They should really get their work done beforehand. And they should make sure the money comes out beforehand.
Yeah, but that's what his management team said. Apparently, payment is usually made. But of course, there are some people who would say, okay, you know what, show up first, we'll pay you the balance.
Yeah.
So the showing up first is come to the venue, we'll pay you the balance. And that was the agreement they had, because they said they always insist on payments before any show, like full payments, so as to avoid stories that touch, as we say.
Exactly.
So in this case, they were supposed to have gotten their alerts, but it never came.
You can't try that with the Beyonce. You can't try that with the Chris Brown.
No, forget even those guys. You can't try that with Tiwa Savage or Wizkid.
Yeah, well, it won't happen.
You can't. You have to pay 100% before, and even cross your fingers that they show up early. So
I would have even said, even if they had given 70%, some people do 70-30 because they have that whole, maybe artists have disappointed them before thing. Do 70-30 and then you'll be fine. The artist will show up.
That is actually what happened, Titi.
Okay.
A large amount of the money had been paid. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So the balance was supposed to have been paid, but the balance wasn't paid. And the agreement they had was the balance would be paid before the show. Yeah. But it wasn't paid, so they didn't leave their hotel room. Only for them to see the organizers post that, this guy decided to cancel last minute, of which, luckily for him, he had even done Instagram story, proving he was even close by in his hotel room. Anyway, moving on from that, we're talking about The Lion King, because it's become the highest earning animated film release of all time. Our kingdom stretches as far as the light touches and also beyond it. That's a popular line from The Lion King, the animated movie. That's awesome.
The movie. Seeing that movie at the cinema, it was a great experience for me.
Nostalgic, I guess.
Not even nostalgic, just the fact that it was really, really deep and very philosophical. So it's one of my best films this year, actually. Yeah.
And the fact that it's an African story is very important. And that African story has been taken to the world. Of course, when it comes to things like morals and having stories that run over generations, that's the kind of story you would want your kids to watch. And it was the first movie my kids...
$1.3 billion, wow.
It was the first movie my kids actually watched from beginning to end. Other ones is they want to leave, but this one they stayed and they watched it.
And then of course, that's Frozen. Frozen is, some people might say it's feminine, but this one is probably one that relates to everybody, so that might have helped it. Anyway, we have to take this break now while we continue the conversation on The Lion King and how much it has grossed. Stay with us. You're welcome again to the kitchen right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Quite a lot of stuff has been going on, Chef Nathaniel decided not to wait for me anymore. He must have been thinking I was sharing out of the Lion King money. Guy, calm down now. I'm here, no waiting for breakfast. Okay, so tell me what you've done so far without me.
Okay, so I finished frying the chicken.
Okay.
No, we've already marinated it before, so I've already fried it.
Okay.
And I've done the stir fry of the bell pepper and the onions and the smoked fish.
Okay, so how did you go about the stir frying? You put in the oil, I know that for sure.
The remaining oil that I used to fry the chicken, so I just poured the onions and the garlic,
Okay.
and the bell peppers. And
Which
the
one
smoked
went in
fish.
first?
The onions and garlic together.
The onions and the garlic went in first.
Yes, then the bell
you allowed
peppers.
it cook for a while?
Yes, then the bell pepper, and after it starts fried for a while, then and I added the smoked fish.
Okay. So the smoked fish goes in before the
yes,
chicken.
That's it. So we'll now add the chicken.
We'll add the chicken
and
now.
mix everything together.
Okay. Now, what we are making today is actually plantain finger. Oh, you said dodo.
Dodo, yeah.
Dodo finger licking breakfast. Hey. So we're going to be doing a lot of finger licking here.
Sure.
So if you see me going like this, know that it's because I'm busy with the dodo.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're putting in the chicken now, right?
Yes, I'm putting in the chicken.
Okay.
So,
that's the last process
yes,
for the preparation.
Yeah, before we head over to
the plantain. Okay,
Yes.
okay. So with that established, I guess we'll have to cut it up.
Yeah, so
There you go. So
this
we'll cut up
way-
the plantain.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, this looks lovely. You should see what it looks like on screen right now. You
So
just want
this is
to
good to
dig
go.
into it. Oh, it's ready.
Yes.
All you have to do is just stir in the chicken.
That's all. Since we've already fried the chicken and we've fried the bell pepper, so
There's
we
something
just mix it
Yorubas
together.
call komoluli. Teach a child
How
to
to
steal.
see.
Like you are trying to tell me that this is ready.
Yeah.
Something that has chicken.
Yeah.
And then you now just want to start frying the plantain.
No, it's not. There's a way I would do the plantain.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Show me
so-
the way you want to do the plantain. Because you will show me this one today.
Sure.
The sauce is ready.
So the plantain will be like a base.
A base?
Yes.
Okay.
So the bell peppers and the chicken would rest on the plantain.
Let me see how you want to do this
So
one.
it's going to be flat.
Is it going to be like lines?
Yes, just going to be flat.
Ah, okay. You
So
know those
it's-
plantain, they'll be selling 50 naira.
It's like a finger food, so just,
Okay.
just cut it into
Okay.
So just cut out this
Ah, this one is a raft.
Yeah.
Instead of boats, we are doing raft here.
So like
Oh,
this.
wow. Now, wow.
This is done this way. So
And it has to be not so ripe plantain.
Yeah, no, just but you should
doesn't
not use
matter.
too ripe ones, and that it should not be too ripe so that it
Okay, so
doesn't.
it can stay.
Yes.
Okay, it has to remain at least slightly solid.
Yes. So just.
Are we going to salt it? Because I know salting actually makes it softer.
Yeah, we can just add a little. So I'm also going to spice it. So it's not just normal.
What are we putting on it?
The spices.
Pepper, all of them?
Black pepper, yes, and rosemary.
Okay.
Spice
This
it
one is
together.
really finger licking. Don't worry, I'll tell you what it tastes like. Anyway, we're moving on to something else, something really interesting. We've been talking about it since 6 o'clock. We're talking about late bloomers. That's the topic of conversation on parenting. And Yomi is right now with Modupe.
Thank you so much. Modupe Inla is a beauty consultant, a mom blogger, and a co-founder of the Mom Zone, which is a platform for pregnant new moms and moms of toddlers to share their motherhood experiences. Our topic of discussion for this morning is how to help a late bloomer and a late talker. I like this topic because I'm sure a lot of mothers go through this,
Yes,
especially
yes.
first-time mothers who don't really know what to expect
Understand, yes, that's true.
and understand in a child.
Yes.
And usually an expert's view is always very, very
Not just
important.
an expert, it actually happened to my second child.
Mm.
He's a late talker.
Mm.
So, and he also stutters as well. So I was able to, I can actually talk from the point,
From experience.
yes, from experience, and also as someone that understands it.
Mm. Now, when you say a child is a late bloomer or a late talker, what does it actually mean?
Okay, a late bloomer is a child that is just having difficulty catching up, like every average kid. But a late talker has language impairment, has issues with language. They know what to say, but they don't have the right expressive vocabulary to say it.
Yeah.
The difference between the both.
Exactly. Now, one of the things that a lot of people encounter when you talk about late bloomers is sometimes people then want to force certain things on a child
True.
because they don't really understand, oh, this child should be doing this by now. Or sometimes even maybe your parents or your friends or other family members, they say, oh, my child is already talking or my child is already walking.
Yes.
How should a mother or even a parent, then deal with such situations? So when you see that your child is a late bloomer, what should be your reaction and what steps should you take?
Okay, so the first thing is that patience is the key. Everyone's parenting journey is different. So you can't compare. You should not even compare your child to any other person's. So your child is your child. You know your child. That's the reason why I always advise that mothers or parents generally should always take like 10 to 15 minutes every day to understand their child. Just look at your child. What is he interested? What is he or she interested in? What is he looking at? So that way you can just channel the vocabulary, communication towards it. Oh, your child is looking at that car over there. You can say, oh, that's a red car. You like that red car? You're opening a line of communication. You're helping your child want to talk. So that's basically what I feel.
Now, one of the things that people also point to is, I mean, for late talkers, for instance, especially, there's usually children start picking up words, like you said, car, mommy, and daddy, and things like that. Is there a point that parents should start getting worried if, for instance, maybe I've been patient and I expect that by this time my child should have started talking? Is it at 9 months? Is it at 12 or 18 months? At what point should we?
Well, ideally, it's within 18 months to 35 months. So if your child is within the 18 months or 1.5 years range and your child doesn't blabble or babble, rather, doesn't babble, your child does not understand simple gestures, your child does not even, you tell your child go and you'll be like, what is go? I'm just looking at you, not saying anything. So it's important that you check and be at alert at that point. If your child is within the 2 years, 35, 24 months range, if your child does not understand simple direction, like touch your nose, touch your head, touch your eyes, then you need to be at alert.
So that's between 18 and 36 months is when you should start, really paying attention. Otherwise, just don't worry about it. So how do you then deal with parents and friends and family members and all those other people that will be putting a lot of pressure on you, because that also happens. So the social factors related with this, how do you deal with social factors?
So it's your child and your child alone. Fine, it takes a village to make to raise a child and all, but then this is your child. You know your child. You know what is wrong. It's your gut. Just follow your gut and your instinct. If you feel there's nothing wrong with your child that it will pick up, then try as much as possible to do things that will help that child pick up. You don't have to listen.
Yeah. One of the things I also wanted to ask is how important it is for forums like the Mom Zone and other forums like that, for you to participate in things like that, to also get information from other mothers as well, to know what other people are going through and also share and compare notes.
Okay, so far right now I have about 5 moms dealing with late talkers, and also because my youngest son is a late talker, I was able to relate with them and talk to them about it. There are some risk factors involved. If it's hereditary, it's possible that there's someone in the family stutters or has language impairment, then it's possible that your child will also have it. And also research has shown that boy kids, there are three times more to have language impairment or speech delay than baby girls. So if you're a boy mom, it's important that you check that as well.
Okay, so you're participating in groups, being patient, and sure
being very
that,
patient,
and observing your child.
And also, don't babble when your son or your daughter babbles. It's really important. You don't want to communicate and allow them be comfortable with that babbling. When they babble, talk to them like you're talking to them.
Right. Okay. So if a child is babbling to you,
speak the right words.
Okay. Because sometimes a daddy comes home, just picks up the child, and the child is babbling, and then you're saying,
you just have to say, daddy.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
so
really important.
Communicating specific words to the child and also helps the child. That helps the child pick it up.
Develop.
Okay. That's really important and really key. Okay. So there's a mother watching right now, and she says, okay, so I've been patient. And I know there's nothing wrong with my child in the area of maybe developmental disability and all of that, but it's still a bit difficult. What would you say to such a mother?
Well, I'll tell the mom to see a speech therapist or see a practitioner that can actually observe that child and tell you, okay, this is exactly what it is, and this is what you should do going forward.
Right.
Yes.
So if you're still, if there's still a bit of a delay,
Yes.
make sure that you see a specialist,
yes, a
that can then, you know,
help that child
and then also
develop.
provide some professional advice in that specific area as well.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank you
this
for
morning.
having me.
And for talking to us. And I know that there's a lot of mothers out there who are now a bit more relaxed from this. Just be patient. I'm sure that your child will come around one way or the other. Now we're going on a break now, and of course there's more on the final hour of Wake Up Nigeria after this.
It's still your #1 feel-good breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria.
Yeah,
Still on the air.
we have been up and about since 6 a.m., believe it or not. It's a public holiday, but we came to work just because of you. We're just saying, I'm just putting it out there. I know that a lot of you...
Such a huge sacrifice, Yumi.
It's huge. Yeah.
Sacrificing your sleep.
Considering, anyway,
Yeah.
considering a lot of things. Okay. But thank you so much for joining us this morning. And if you're just getting out of bed, you've missed 2 hours of the show. We started at 6 a.m. and it's still on right now. My name is Yomi Obokwe.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. Please stream with us. We're on tvcentertainment.tv. That's our website. And now you can also watch us via Facebook Live. That's at TVC Connect. Connect. Yes, those comments, please send them in. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC as soon as you can. And hey, there's another platform you can use.
Oh yeah, definitely. The TVC app. Now it's available on the Google Play Store and also on the Apple iStore as well. Now this app allows you to watch us from anywhere in the world.
We have a DIY segment coming your way.
You forgot to mention the hashtag. But yeah, but let's take the DIY segment.
Yes.
That's coming up, showing ladies the art of gele tying.
Yes, so there's something trending now, this new gele trend. Things are changing once again.
Yeah.
Regina of Radiance Makeovers is going to be joining us for that shortly.
Yeah, now for a performance and a chat, we're going to be joined by alternative soul and Afro beat artist, Falana. Yeah, I'm sure that she sounds fantastic live with live music.
Yes, indeed.
Anyway, so the giveaways for Friday.
He already started the giveaway, so he gave me his phone. So that's why I'm looking at. I'm trying the camera.
Don't try yourself.
We're giving away movie tickets.
Yes, indeed.
He's trying to specify.
To go and see a particular movie.
Hobbs and Shaw, the movie. Hobbs and Shaw, the movie is what is making waves right now. If you go to any cinema now, you'll probably see it every hour on the hour.
It's
there's like every hour on the hour. They're showing it like news, like news cycle.
A lot of breaking of smashing of things in that film, smashing of cars and.
For those that are into that,
special effects.
It's kind of therapeutic for some people to see things breaking, but it's actually not a bad movie at all. I've seen it myself.
Yeah.
But if you want to see it, you need to tell us or quote your favorite scene from a movie. So obviously you've not seen. You've not seen the movie yet. If we're giving you a free ticket, you've not seen the movie yet, right? Kind of. Well, there's potential. You could probably have a scene from the trailer.
Yeah, I mean, from the trailer. You probably, if you check out the trailer, I'm sure you get some.
You can quote that, but just give us a scene. Use our hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. Use the hashtag. Pepsi Nigeria, yes, got it right. Yeah. And of course, Hobbs and Shaw, the movie. Yes.
Yeah. Fantastic. I gave out a couple of tickets last Friday myself.
Oh, okay.
So what I did was, on radio, I gave out 2 tickets to one person. So you can go with someone, being that Ilea was coming. And I'm still going to do one more of that. If I don't do it today, I'll probably do it on Friday.
That's on Max FM.
On Max FM, yes, between 10 and 2 p.m.
Yeah.
This is a hybrid person. She does TV, does radio, all rounder.
Very nice. So there's a social media story going around about a banker that killed himself on the island. He quite a successful banker, actually. We read it in the newspaper headlines this morning. He left a suicide note for his wife, and in it, he was also telling his family not to take it out on her and things like that. And they said the guy, there was no apparent reason for his committing suicide. He had money in his account. Wow. He's not in debt that we know of or anything like that. So it just seemed like the guy was depressed, like genuinely depressed. He was putting out cryptic statements on his social media. But apart from that, there was nothing to indicate that there was something wrong with him.
The rate at which we see cryptic messages on social media these days, believe me, if you followed up with every one of them, you'd probably not have a life besides just following up, because there are so many depressed people, actually.
So it's actually for people in your immediate space to just pay more attention. You know, I think some of those signs are there, but people overlook them, or probably say one line of prayer, it is well. You know, and that it is well seems to cover everything. Fine, it's a prayer and we say amen to it. But have you actually asked what could be causing it? Have you found the root cause of this problem? Do you know when it started?
Some people are very secretive.
Yeah.
Some people will not share. Even if you hold a, you know, some kind of weapon and you're like, you must tell me, or even if you decide to use the whole counseling, you know, route to reach them, they will not share. It's because they believe they can handle it themselves but by the time they realize they can't, they're already overwhelmed and they feel, okay, I'd rather not share.
And I heard that there are people who are, they call them high-performing depressed people. So they're depressed, but they still perform their usual duties as fathers or mothers or whatever.
Just like a banker. So they're still, they seem to be achievers, nothing has changed, but they're going through a lot internally. And most of such people, they look happy. You would never believe there's anything wrong with them. Please take
note of everyone in your immediate space. Ask questions deeply about how they are. Not just, how are you? That how are you thing, please stop.
That's how it starts now. You need to ask
go
something.
deeper than the how are you.
How are you, by the way? How are you? I hope you're doing good.
Really important.
You're welcome again. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. Now, we've been talking about this performer since the beginning of the show at 6 o'clock. And it's finally time for us to introduce to you Falana. Yeah, I'm sure you're expecting a meal, right? No, it's this pretty lady here, and she has a performance for us. We can't wait to hear you already. She's a multi-instrumentalist, by the way, so it's not just about the guitar. There are so many other instruments you can play. So what are you performing for us?
I'm performing a song called Ride or Die.
Ride or Die? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to take a ride out of here.
I can tell that you's a soldier, carrying the weight of secrets I have told you. Trying to keep some secrets of your own, come share the load, love. I'm trying to tell the truth that no one else will show you. Is a cold, cold world. Is a cold, cold world. Baby, I have told you, let's keep each other warm, love. Is a cold, cold world. Is a cold, cold world. Baby, I have told you, let's keep each other warm, love. I'm by your side, ride or die. You ain't alone, ride or die. One of a kind, ride or die. Come on, yeah, come on, yeah. I dare your side, ride or die. You ain't alone, ride or die. One of a kind, ride or die. Come on, yeah, come on, yeah, come on, yeah, come on, yeah. La 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 la. Hurting undercover, together and alone. Don't it make you wonder? Don't it make you wonder? Let's paint another story for ourselves and live in color. Oh, and never let it fade. There's so much to discover. Is a cold, cold world. Is a cold, cold world. Baby, I have told you, let's keep each other warm, love. I'm by your side, ride or die. You ain't alone, ride or or die. One of a kind, ride or die. Come on, yeah, come on, yeah. I dare your side, ride or die. You ain't alone, ride or die. One of a kind, ride or die. Come on, yeah, come on, yeah, come on, yeah, come on, yeah. La 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 la, la la la. Oh 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 oh, always here for the long run. Few of this persuasion, right to the end. No matter the time or the day, all hours is a cold, cold world. Is a cold world. Maybe I have told ya, let's keep each other warm, love. I'm by your side, ride or die. You ain't alone, ride or die. One of a kind, ride or die. Come on, yeah, come on, yeah. I dare your side, ride or die. You ain't alone, ride or die. One of a kind, ride or die. Come on, yeah, come on, yeah. I dare your side, ride or die. Oh, you ain't alone, ride or die. One of a kind, ride or die. Come on, yeah, come on, yeah. I dare your side, ride or die. You ain't alone, ride or die. One of a kind, ride or die. Come on, yeah, yeah, ride, ride or die, ride or die. I dare your side, ride or die, ride or die. I dare your side, I'm by your side, ride or die, ride or die. I dare your side, I dare your side, ride or die, ride or die. I'm by your side, I'm by your side, ride or die, ride or die.
Woo! An amazing performance. Oh my gosh. I need some lessons. I need some lessons. I'm coming to meet you for some lessons, darling. Well, it's about time for us to take a DIY segment. We love teaching you new things on Wake Up Nigeria. We have Regina from Radiance Makeover here, and she has a special Radiance Makeover gilly to design for us today. Welcome to the show, Regina.
Thank you.
All right, so tell us the type of gilly you're going to be making right now.
What we're making this morning, it's this one-sided fan gilly.
One-sided fan gilly.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So what's the first thing we need to do with the fabric?
So what? Let me talk this.
Okay, all right, I'm holding on to that.
Yes. So what you need to do is just to get like a 70-30 of your gilly.
Okay, so what sort of fabric is this?
This is ashoke.
Ashoke. Is it only ashoke you can use for this type of gilly?
But we use ashoke mostly because you can do anything with ashoke because of the texture and all.
So what's the first thing you do?
What you do is you lay it.
You said 70-30.
Yeah, 70.
Meaning like 70% will be hanging.
Yeah, and the other side.
And then 30%.
The other way around.
Okay, so this is like 2/3 of the gilly hanging right now. All right. So please tell us what you're doing right now.
Pleating.
You're pleating. Okay, so you're just pleating over and over and over again.
Yes.
So far, I've seen like 4 pleats. So I noticed that our model has long hair. This doesn't affect the gilly itself. So you just leave the hair in the center, yeah? Okay. All right, fantastic. So 70-30, then you pleat it in front. So what are we doing now?
Hold on to this, please.
Okay, so she's holding on to this side so that what can happen here?
I twist this neatly.
All right. Twisting. So can we turn this around? Pause a little. I want to turn her around a little with the stool. Yes, so that you can come this way and show people what exactly you're doing at the back there.
Okay.
Okay, so you're twisting that 70 part.
Yes, the 70 part.
Okay.
And then it's going this way.
Okay, let me turn her around again. Okay. All right.
So you have to turn back.
I've seen this type of gilly before. Now, my mom used to do this.
Yeah, back in the days, but not the way we're doing it now.
Okay, so she can let go of this side now.
Yes.
But you didn't knot it.
No, I will still do that, but not yet.
Okay.
So this 30 we go over.
Okay. The 70 roll. Yeah. Okay. All right. So
and
that's.
you just start pleating again.
So you're pleating the remaining 30 that was left. Meanwhile, the 70 roll is in place. So is this a special type of pleat? You're pleating it in your hand here?
Just the way you pleat the normal round. But
Okay.
this time around, you're trying to get to that edge, you know, in between the two edges, so you can get that your straight fan off.
All right. Okay. I'm learning. Let's see. Meanwhile, you've not knotted it though.
No,
Yet. Okay. Now, if your gele isn't long enough, I guess you can't do this, yeah?
Hey, you can do short. This gele is not long actually.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's not.
It doesn't have to be extra long gele.
It doesn't. It's better if it's long, but it doesn't have to be so long.
Okay. All right. So I'm still holding down that 70 roll.
Yes.
While
You can leave it.
pleat. Really? I can leave it? Are you
Yeah,
sure?
you can.
Okay. I'm so afraid of damaging what you've started.
You can leave it.
Okay. All right. So we still maintain this 4 pleats in front.
Yes.
So then we focus on the
You
hands.
can help me with the pin I just gave to you.
Okay, so this sort of pin is just like a sewing pin.
Yes, just to secure. Because this gele is not long, so
Okay.
I can't really tie it.
So what you're doing is you're just securing that little pleat that you created here.
Yes.
All right, please don't hurt yourself.
No, it's...
All right, so if you can't secure it yourself, you might need to ask someone to assist you,
You might need to.
especially if you're doing
So,
this on your own.
You can
okay?
leave this. This is
All right,
fine.
I want people to see in front, so I need you to turn one more time. Let me turn you one more time. Beautiful, right there. Aha. So
Okay.
right now, this is what's left.
Yes.
Yeah?
So just let that be.
Okay, go ahead.
So we arrange this to give that nice.
So we need to round this off in about 45 seconds. So what happens to this remaining hand here?
You also secure with a pin.
Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. It's already looking great. All right. So you have that up there. And this one, I guess, goes somewhere at the back here.
Yes.
So you secure that with a pin. And you have your one-sided fan gilly.
This gele isn't big, so it
Yeah,
might
you-
not give you too big
A fan. But it does look interesting. All right. So we don't have a second pin with us here, but we'll turn her around quickly to show you exactly what's happened here. We have the one-sided fan gilly right there. That's how it looks at the back, and that's how it looks at the front. Give us a smile. And there you have it. Now we have to wrap this up. Hopefully you've learned a thing or two. Show us yours. If you can do this at home, show us maybe a short video. Maybe get someone to video you while you're doing it. Use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We're heading back into the studio now. Thank you so much, Radiance Makeovers.
Okay.
It's all yours, guys. It's all yours.
All right, welcome back. Now, you heard her earlier on, and Falana is finally joining us on the couch. And she is a lover and scholar of music who plays multiple instruments with the belief that this aids the creative process of writing music. Now, she is she uses different kinds of genres to describe her music, but you can call it alternative soul, you can call it Afrobeat, you can call it jazz. And she has said that her inspiration is from life and things around her. And I was just talking to her behind the scenes just now, and she was talking about the fact that our challenges are multi-layered, different things happening. But good to have you join us on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Look relaxed and chill.
Yes, now. Relaxed morning.
Yeah. So, Falana music.
Yes.
Amazing. It's been about 5 years since Things Fall Together.
Yeah, well, 5, 4, 4, 5, I can't count.
It's about 5 years,
Okay.
2014.
People are counting.
Don't worry, we've been following quietly for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, 5 years. And
you want to ask me
still
why?
counting.
You want to ask me? No, I actually released an EP in March, Chapter 1.
Chapter 1, yeah, I heard about that as well.
So, but I'm a believer. You know, back in the day, Fela used to perform a lot of his music on stage before he recorded it and released it. And I find, for me, it's a really interesting way of getting to know if is this song strong. Or maybe I should tweak it a little bit. So people ask me, what were you doing in those 5 years? I was on stages, you know. And I think that really helped me also to improve as a performer. Like, I love stage. A lot of people know my music from seeing me perform. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's really important. And just trusting the creative process and not rushing it, you know?
Like that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, seeing your music, whether it's on YouTube or on TV, it's easy for people to see that, okay, she loves live music. I mean, live instrumentals and all of that. And of course, the creative process, how all of that comes together, how does it work for you? There are certain people who say, give me a beat, you know, and then you know, maybe based on that beat, they write a song or an inspiration comes. But how does it work for you?
I think I do it all, actually. Like, some of the songs on Chapter 1, I made a beat and then wrote to it. I also can play guitar. Sometimes I'll do a cappella. I'll be percussion, or like, it just depends on how the inspiration is coming. But I can really do it all, I think. And that's important for me, just versatility, because different types of methods bring out different types of songwriting.
Yeah.
So
I see that. I mean, also, one of the things that I've always wanted to ask, I mean, I've been interested in your kind of music, the fact that you're taking sounds from the 70s and from the 80s. And sometimes it's hard to find people who can actually understand exactly what's in your heart. I know that you play different instruments, but how do you then find people who can work with you on the kind of sound that you want to push out?
Yeah, I think, well, my Chapter 1 more so was me really like trying to take the old and the new and bring it together. And I think once you kind of have a sound as an artist, from there you can grow. So finding people, or just anyone who's curious, like in the music industry, there's so many people who are experimenting right now, and you're like subcultures of genres and sounds that are coming out. So there's lots of people who are very interested in just exploring and experimenting. So, you know, and I think it's important to have your own unique sound and style. Because that is what will make you stand out from everybody else versus sounding like, you know, what is more common, you know, I think.
Very important. I feel so too. You know, when you listen to Fela and you hear some of his influences, like John Coltrane and a bunch of other guys like that, you then wonder, okay, do people like you who are in the newer generation, I mean, like 50 years after Fela started singing, what your own influence is, apart from say, okay, I listen to a lot of Fela, which people would say. Are there people who you would listen to that maybe people don't know for inspiration and things like that?
There's like sects of my inspiration. So like the Jaju Sisters, I'm obsessed, especially like their Danger album. I love them so much. And then William Oyebo, like a lot of the 70s, what was happening in the 70s, 80s. And then I also listened to a lot of like Etta James, Duke Ellington.
Wow,
and I went to like Amy Winehouse, Erykah Badu, Lauryn Hill, but I also listened to Florence and the Machine.
Like.
I'm everywhere, but I also like Spice Girls and pop, you know? And Shina Peters and like Magic Fashek, and, you know what I mean? So I have a lot of different inspirations, and I think the new music I'm working on now is it's a process, it's an evolution. So I'm not playing, I play live instruments, it's good for live, but now my recording is a lot less live instruments. Or you can manipulate sound in different ways. So it's just about growing as an artist.
Okay, now we're going to take a look at a video of yours. I'm not sure which one my producer is going to cue and play now. But yeah, well, let's play it and just let the fans feel you a little bit.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, so I can see your new look in that video.
My
so
hair
this is
is
something
well.
more recent, obviously.
Yes.
That was the National Theatre.
That was at National Theatre. And it kind of mixed with the whole idea of the old and the new. National Theatre is a beautiful building. You know, I remember like when I would go there and they were telling me about, you know, Festac 77 and how that was incorporated in the festival when it was built. And I just like bringing that back to the forefront in like in culture, mainstream culture for us young people, and just kind of bridging that gap musically.
I love it. I mean, and the sound of your voice in that particular song seemed very African. So when I say African, like a little bit
rhythmically,
Angelique Kidjo and a number of other people like that. I saw that you fusing that into your music as well. Wow, absolutely amazing. So. I know you've been eyeing the food in the kitchen.
Yes. Was it obvious?
It was obvious. So we're going to be taking you to the kitchen now and to meet the rest of the gang.
Okay.
Let's join. Let's go. Hey guys.
Welcome.
Please have a seat over here.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
I like your hair, by the way.
Thank
It's quite
you.
unique. Is this supposed to be your identity now?
It's stuck. I've had it for a while. You know, once you find something that works, you don't want to let go of it.
The guitar as well. That guitar looks so amazing.
Does it have a name?
I'm in between names.
In between names.
Yeah, I
Okay,
haven't
what was
named
the
it
previous
yet.
name?
One name was CC, but C-I-C-I, and
Okay.
it was a boy.
Oh.
Not CC like.
Yeah, okay.
I was trying to play with the.
All right, you're welcome to the kitchen, Falano. Today's chef is Chef Nathaniel of Natida Cuisine, and he's made this fantastic breakfast, which he calls Dodo Finger Licking Breakfast.
Wow.
So he'll be telling us about the breakfast so you can have a try.
Yep. Please.
Yeah.
taste.
So what he actually drew is Eid TVC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
Eid
indeed. So
TVC.
please have a
Am
taste.
I going first?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You're going all.
Going all the way.
Okay.
So tell us what you
Start from
think.
anywhere.
Okay.
So the finger licking aspect is.
It's like a finger food.
Does that mean I have to use my fingers? You don't mind?
You might as well, and I think you should go for the
actually.
tea, the cap of the tea. Just
Okay.
hold it this way, bite with the chicken.
Start from anywhere.
What do you think?
It's finger licking now.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we like to hear when our
Yeah.
chefs are. They always, it's like they're here to always prove a point. That see,
Exactly.
no matter how early it is, we start
See what
cooking.
I mean?
It's gonna be tasty.
So it's a holiday, so try it out with the kids
Yeah.
in the kitchen this morning and see what it's like. And send us a photograph as well. Use a hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC.
Finger licking.
Speaking of things that are happening on TVC, we are gonna be back tomorrow morning,
Yeah.
6 a.m. Y'all.
That's right.
Falana, thank you so much for joining us. You have a concert coming up.
I do. It's presented by Access Bank.
Oh wow.
Okay.
We're doing it at Terra Culture on the
Yeah.
16th. We're actually doing a tour. It's called the Chapter 1 Tour to support the new project. So we're going to Accra on the 24th. We are going to Kigali on the 30th. And then we end in
Can I
Abuja
come?
on the 6th. Of course,
Can I
you're
come?
welcome.
To Kigali.
This
and
Friday.
Yeah, you pay for my
Oh, you want to
flight.
come? Okay.
Yeah, I'll carry your
work it
guitar
out.
for you.
Very nice.
I
Anyway,
do too.
big thank you to our friends at Homely NG for the kitchen accessories.
Thank you
Yes,
so much.
indeed. And thank you to everyone who came on the show today. We appreciate you. See you again.
Thank you,
tomorrow
Chef
morning.
Nathaniel.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Chef.
Well done.
Done again.
Have a great day. Bye.